This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Tuesday, August 25th, 2026, in the morning. Today we analyze the hack of France's tax agency, the systemic water consumption of U.S. data centers, the emergence of the Sleepwalker Windows backdoor, a high-throughput enterprise AI architecture for IBM Linux One, and a reference architecture for forensic readiness in multi-agent AI systems. The French tax authority has experienced a significant security breach. Preliminary reports indicate the attack compromised sensitive administrative systems. While the technical details are currently being reconciled by local cybersecurity investigators, the incident underscores the vulnerability of national-level digital infrastructure. This is an update to ongoing regional concerns regarding the security of public sector data repositories in the European Union. A new report confirms that U.S. data centers tripled their annual water consumption to 17 billion gallons. This surge is directly linked to the cooling requirements of high-density hardware clusters necessitated by large-scale AI model training and inference. This is a critical infrastructure signal. The physical constraints of water and power are now forcing a reevaluation of data center location and operating efficiency. The environmental overhead of AI is no longer a theoretical concern, but a real operational bottleneck for massive compute facilities. Security researchers have identified a Windows backdoor dubbed Sleepwalker. This malware operates by residing silently in memory, awaiting the receipt of a specifically crafted magic packet over the network. Crucially, Sleepwalker generates no outgoing traffic during its idle state, allowing it to evade standard network-based anomaly detection systems. It remains dormant until activated by an attacker. This development highlights a shift toward memory-resident threats that minimize network footprint to bypass traditional perimeter defenses.
A new research paper details a cloud-native architecture utilizing the Spire Accelerator Inference Card for IBM Linux One. The architecture addresses the latency and security trade-offs inherent in moving sensitive enterprise data to external AI processing environments. By enabling secure, high-throughput inference directly within the enterprise environment, the system mitigates the risk of exposure during transit. This is an under-the-radar development. It signals a shift toward keeping high-stakes AI inference on-premise to comply with stringent regulatory requirements while maintaining necessary processing speeds.
A reference architecture named Hansard has been introduced to address the lack of forensic accountability in autonomous multi-agent systems. As these systems are increasingly deployed in security operations and supply chain management, traditional provenance forensics have failed to establish accountability when harm occurs. Hansard implements runtime witnessing and graded attribution to track the actions of agents within a distributed system. This is a signal from the future. As AI-orchestrated intrusion campaigns become more common, the capability to conduct forensic audits on autonomous decisions is becoming a foundational necessity for any operational system. Community sentiment and chatter today highlight several core areas of concern. First, security practitioners are analyzing the indictment of 9 individuals in Taiwan, including personnel from NVIDIA and Supermicro, for allegedly forging documents to facilitate the illegal export of high-end AI servers to China. This underscores the intense focus on semiconductor supply chain integrity. Second, there is significant discourse surrounding the FDA's clearance of the first Alzheimer's blood test for patients as young as 40. While medically significant, the cybersecurity community is highlighting the potential for mass genomic and proteomic data harvesting if these commercial health systems are not hardened against breach. Third, developers are discussing the latest release of the Amos Blomquist/Learn repository, a new AI-integrated learning system that is gaining traction for its localized approach to model training. Finally, hardware enthusiasts are focused on the reveal of the Apple Mac Mini and Mac Studio featuring the new M6 and M5 Ultra chips. The consensus is that these systems represent a deliberate push toward local AI inference at the hardware layer, potentially reducing the reliance on cloud-based API calls for privacy-sensitive enterprise workloads.